This video is part of a Google Form quiz that teachers can assign to their students for homework. After the students submit their answers, then they can play a video like this one to see the answer explained. We've made more than 100 quizzes as Google Forms with free access videos, which teachers are welcome to copy for free. To get access to these, please see the link in the description. This video is based on a question from an actual state exam. You may have one like this on your state exam. If you've not already watched the video on how to set up decimals for addition and subtraction, then we suggest that you view it before watching this video. We also suggest that you watch the video on how to do fast subtraction before you watch this video. Colin had $103.45. He spent $101.50 on a desk. How much money did Colin have left? Here's an equation using words. It says that Colin had some money, then he spent some money, and now he has some money left over. By substituting the values of these words, we get an equation like this. This is a decimal subtraction problem. Let's set up the problem. First, we turn the paper so that the lines are vertical. That makes a lot of white columns. Each column will hold a specific place value. Next, we'll make symbols. We'll write a decimal point for the answer's number, and we'll write a decimal point for each of the numbers in the problem. Please note that we write all the decimal points in the same column. We also draw a horizontal line, and then the operation symbol. In this problem, the operation is subtraction. Then we write the numbers in the problem starting with the number with the least value. In this problem, that's 101.5. Above this number, we write the other number since it has a greater value. Finally, we enter trailing zeros if needed. In this problem, there's a gap here, so we'll write a trailing zero. And that's it. Now this problem is set up to solve. Now we're ready to do the math. We always start on the right side and then move towards the left. 5 minus 0 equals 5, so we'll write a 5 here. 4 is less than 5, so we can't subtract 5 from 4. We need to turn this 4 into a greater number. To do that, we borrow a 1 from its neighbor. We've turned the 4 into a 14. Since we borrowed a 1 from this neighbor, that means the neighbor's value has to become less by 1. In this case, the 3 becomes a 2, which we'll write above the original digit on the left. Now we can return to this column to do the subtraction. 14 minus 5 equals 9, so we'll write a 9 here. 2 minus 1 equals 1, so we'll write a 1 here. 0 minus 0 equals 0, so we'll write a 0 here. 1 minus 1 equals 0, so we'll write a 0 here. These zeros are called leading zeros. They don't affect the value of the number, so we usually don't write them in the final answer. Since we're talking about money, we would say the final answer is $1.95. Here's the answer written as an equation. Thanks for your attention.